Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our webinar. I'm Teena Dowd, and you are on with our Vacations for Canadians family. And tonight we have a very special guest from Princess Cruises. We have Mavis Lau, and I'm hoping she's got lots of things to talk to you about, all about Princess. We know that their summer 2027 came out today, which is kind of exciting. We've already booked our group space on that. They've got some really stunning, beautiful new ships in the water this year and last year. So very exciting. Lots of things I'm sure Mavis is going to talk to us right now about. And reminder, if you have any questions, pop them in the chat, and she will answer them at any time. All right, take it over, Mavis.
Thank you so much, Tina, and thanks for the team, for the Vacation for Canadians team, for the invitation. I'm so glad to talk to everyone about Princess today. And 2025, Princess is celebrating 60 years old. At Princess, we're all about love. What is love? On Princess, you'll find more to love. No matter you love your husband, your wife, your wine, or your pizza, whatever, or you love me. Because I'm your presenter today, you better love me. And my name is Mavis Lau. I'm the Virtual Business Development Manager of Princess Cruises, covering the whole Canada. Based on the pictures, you can imagine I'm a very dangerous person. These are all the activities I love doing. And my next one will be the skydive in Dubai to see the palms. And I want to see you there as well. And this is the love boat. The picture's a little bit old, and myself is a little bit too young. And I want to share with you Hannah's Love Boat.
Welcome on board the Love Boat.
Love, exciting and new. I'm aboard. I've been expecting you. The Love Boat.
Soon I'll be making another run.
Oh, the Love Boat promises something for everyone. Charter course for adventure, my mind's on a new romance. Love won't hurt anymore. It's an open smile on a friendly shore. It's love. Welcome aboard, it's love. Welcome aboard, it's love.
Welcome on board to our Love Boat, the Princess Experience. Just like what Tina said, we had a new ship last year and we have a new ship this year as well. So again, besides destination, we go to 100 countries and more than 330 destinations. Outstanding guest services. We don't have huge ships. We have big ships with small ships experience, great value. I'm talking about the bundle, the Princess Plus and Princess Premier as well. Welcome to Princess. And let's start with Alaska. Alaska is a bread and butter for Princess Cruises. And we have been in the area for 21 years, winning this award. We're #1 cruise line in Alaska. And we have been in the area for 55 years. We have a lot of experience in Alaska. We have 7 ships in Alaska this year. And we have 8 ships in Alaska next year. And we have 56 cruise tours available every single month. And we have award-winning immersive experiences. And I'm going to show you a video of Alaska.
Oh, what a gift it is to love and be alive. The sky is opening with possibility, and I feel my heart take flight. I feel like flying. Oh, what a joy it is to open up your heart. Oh, what a day to go and find out who we are. The world is at our feet with possibility, and I the sun on my skin, like the air I'm breathing in. I know the future is golden, and I don't want to miss a thing. On a day like this, on a day like this.
Welcome to Alaska. What drives traveler to Alaska? Glaciers, wildlife, mountains, or just a great destination for friends and family together in Canada? We have round trip Seattle, we have round trip Los Angeles, we have round trip San Francisco, of course. We have round trip Vancouver, Alaska, cruise only. But the focus today is cruise tour. And what is Alaska cruise tour? It's a combination of 3 items: the cruise part, the train part, and the lodge. The land portion you're going to stay at the Princess Lodges. And once again, the cruise tour in Alaska is 3 items. The first item is on the left-hand side. It's a 7-night one-way cruise to Alaska. And the middle part is the train. The train will take you to see 500 miles north to see more of Alaska. And on the right-hand side, you're doing a land tour. You're going to stay at Princess Lodges. And the focus is to see Denali National Park. And let's talk about the first part. The first part is the cruise only. It's a 7-night one-way cruise. Vancouver to Vadia or the Vadia to Vancouver is up to your choice. And 3 stops: Skyway, Juneau, Ketchikan. And the highlight, of course, is we have 2 glacier building on this sailing. If you do other cruise line or other sailings, only 1 glacier building. But with this one, 7-night cruise, you will see 2 glaciers. One of the glaciers is Glacier Bay. Not all the cruise line will go there, but Princess will go there to let you see Glacier Bay. And North to Alaska program. Why we are number 1 in Alaska? Because we have great entertainment. We have great activities in Alaska on our cruise. Even though when you leave a boat, we have great activities, and that's called North to Alaska. And I want to show you some of the highlights. And one of the highlights is we bring puppies to the ship in Skyway. If you miss your dog at home, so you can find your new love here. And of course, we have Ranger get on board at Glacier Bay. He is going to talk about the history, the culture, and the scenery of Glacier Bay. And of course, you can stay in the balcony cabin, turn on the TV, and listen to what he says, and you enjoy your view in your own cabin. And this is my favorite. You can do a lot of half day or full day fishing excursion. So if you're very lucky, got some fish, don't put your fish in your backpack. It's a little bit embarrassing, but we can bring it back and cook that in the kitchen, and you can show off to your friends and family. This is called Cook My Catch program. Wow, it's wonderful. There's a lot of things to see on the cruise part. And now let's get ready to the train. The train station is so close to the cruise terminal. Just walking distance, we will show you the way. And this is the train. This is a double decker. The top deck, we have 360-degree view of Alaska. And the lower deck, we have a restaurant. We have 2 bathrooms, 1 accessible and 1 standard. And after lunch, of course, you should go to the outdoor viewing platform to enjoy the view of Alaska. While on the rail, you are getting ready to stay at one of our lodges. We have 5 lodges in total in Alaska, but of course, we only talk about 2. The first one is Monokini Princess Wilderness Lodge. This is a lodge located inside the park. Has a great view, or maybe I should say the best view of Mount Denali. And of course, on your right-hand side, you can see this lodge will name top resort in Alaska. And Denali Princess Wilderness Lodge is the largest hotel in the whole Alaska with 660 rooms available. Just look at the picture. You can see, you will enjoy. If you stay at the hotel, you can enjoy walking along the river and have the great view. And of course, having a dinner, you will have the great river view from the restaurants as well. And all the guests joining the Princess Cruise Tour in Alaska will stay at this hotel. And all the guests will go to Denali National Park as well. We have a tour available. And I want to tell you, this is a must tour. You must join because you're going to see animals more than the human beings right here. And we have 2 choices of the tours available based on how long you stay at Denali National Park. And here is my favorite Alaska cruise tour in 2025. And let me show you the video first. This tour is so different from other Alaska cruise tour on the Princess Cruises because this one, we're going to take you to Katmai National Park. To Katmai National Park, we were doing a float plane from Anchorage and fly over to Katmai National Park. And then you're going to walk towards the end of the bridge and you're going to wait for a lot of bears. And they are just waiting like you because they're waiting for salmon to catch. This is a great moment to wait for if you're a wildlife lover, if you're a wildlife photographers, or you're just a person want to go to Alaska to see something different. This is absolutely a very, very special tour. You should take advantage in 2025. So far, we don't have any update for 2026 right now. So if you want to take the last opportunity, please go ahead. And I understand many departures are on waitlist now. And now you can see the screen here. What's the best time to go to Alaska? Well, a salesperson like me, I would say every single month is a good time to go. However, that depends on your preference as well. If you want to see the bears, May, June. If you want whale watching, July. If you want to fish, June and July. And for me, I would prefer September. Why? Because there will be 4 colors in Denali National Park, because a lot of destinations in Alaska is so close to the north. There's opportunity to see northern lights as well. So September absolutely is my favorite. When we are talking about Alaska, I cannot skip Star Princess. At the beginning of the presentation, I told you we have a new ship that's called Star Princess. Is coming up in October. And where Star Princess is going in 2026, Star Princess is doing Alaska round trip in Seattle. I know it's not from Vancouver, but if you live in Ontario, you need to fly all the way to the Western Canada. Anyways, why not choose Seattle for your next destinations and to Alaska on the new ship Star Princess? Star Princess is one of our biggest ship carrying more than 4,000 passengers, and this is the itinerary. And Star Princess will be still doing 3 main ports in Alaska: Skyway, Juneau, Ketchikan. You'll see the puppies in the Skyway. But what this sailing will be doing at the Court Elm and the Dow's Glacier instead of Glacier Bay. So you need to pay attention. And for this particular sailing, we'll be departing on Sunday. So that means you should arrive on Friday or Saturday. Just arrive a little bit earlier, just in case flight changes. You can enjoy Seattle as well. And then you get on the ship to do the 7-night Alaska on Star Princess. Wow, we just finished talking about Alaska, and we just go over the concept of cruise tour. Once again, cruise tour is a combination of a cruise and a land tour. If you like the concept, I have more destination to tell you about the cruise tour. And once again, we are destination leader. We go to more than 100 countries. And in terms of the cruise tour, this is one of my choice for Europe. We have about 5 different choices for cruise tour, but I want to highlight these 2 today. On the right-hand side, I want to talk about that first because that's my favorite, number 1 favorite. This one is very interesting. This is a 20-day Imperial Treasures cruise tour. So you will be doing a Northern Europe cruise. It's about 12-night sailing. You're going to visit a lot of places in the Northern Europe, but the land tour is not taking you to see the Northern Europe. Actually, it's taking you to see the Central Europe before you get on the Northern Europe cruise. And for this particular land tour, we'll be starting from Budapest and then Vienna and then Prague and then Berlin and Rostock. And then finish your land tour, we'll have a ferry to take you to Copenhagen, and then you're starting your cruise in Northern Europe. This is a great combination. Within 10 days, 20 days, you'll be able to see so much different places on one single trip in Europe. And on the left-hand side, this is the Ring of Kerry cruise tour. So this is a 4-night land. So this is combination with a British Isle cruise. So if you go to British Isles, keep this in mind. This is a great 4-land tour to take you to see the Ring of Kerry. First of all, you're going to Shannon and Limerick, and then we will take you to see the Cliffs of Moher. Cliffs of Moher is exactly the picture you're going to see on the screen right now. And then we'll drive you to Ring of Kerry to have a scenic drive, and then go to Cork. And then we have a flight included to take you back to London. And then you're starting your British Isle cruise. This is a great combination to see the British Isles. Here I have another 3 cruise tour available in Australia and New Zealand. Many people, when they go to Australia and New Zealand, they really want to see more. They just don't want to fly over to Sydney and do the cruise. That's it, go home. No, they don't want to do that. Instead, they want to stay longer to see some of the highlights in Australia. And I have 3 choices right here. The first one on your left-hand side is a 5-day. It's a shorter one, just Sydney and Cairns. And then the middle one is a 6-night land. It's a little bit longer because you're going to AS Rocks as well. And the one on the right-hand side is a 7-day 7-night land. Is the most popular because you're going to see 4 very popular destinations in Australia and then go on the cruise. But I have a bad news to tell you. For this particular 21-day Ultimate Australia, it's already sold out in 2025. So you need to book early for 2026. But Australia, New Zealand, we do have some great choices here. It depends on how many you see, how many you want, how many places you want to go, and then choose the right cruise tour. And then here, Japan is my favorite as well, because everybody told me this year they want to do Japan because of the expo in Osaka. And we still have some spaces, last minute spaces to Japan in September 2025. And if you're planning ahead for 2026, I have some cruise tours available for you. This is a 5-night land tour, and combined with your choice of the cruise. You could choose from 13, 14, 15, 16 days package available. And the land tour, instead of flying to Tokyo, you'll be starting from Osaka, and then we'll take you by a coach to Kyoto, to Nara, and then you will be taking a bullet train directly to Tokyo. And we will have 1 day exclusively to take you to Mount Fuji, and a Lake Ashi cruise will be included as well. And then we'll go back to Tokyo, and then you're starting your cruise from Yokohama and starting sailing all over Japan, or going to Korea or going to Taiwan. So we have many, many choices of the cruise available. Okay, this is the last cruise tour I'm going to talk about today. And also, that's my most favorite, save the best for last for the cruise tour. This is the South of America. On your left-hand side, this cruise tour is a 5-night land plus the cruise, and will take you to see Iguazu Falls. First of all, you're going to fly over to Buenos Aires based on you want to hear Spanish or English. So, and then fly over to Iguazu Falls. And for this tour, we will take you to see both sides of the Iguazu, so Brazilian side and also the Argentina side of the falls. You will have comprehensive view of the destination. And you will be staying at the hotel inside the park. There's only one hotel in the park, in the Iguazu National Park, and you will staying there. When the park is closed, you still have your choice. You can go out and enjoy the sunset and the sunrise. It's a wonderful opportunity to see the park without a lot of people. So after the tour in Iguazu, we'll fly over we'll go to Brazil, to Rio de Janeiro. You will stay at the Hilton Hotel that's along the beach, the very, very famous Copacabana Beach, and you can enjoy walking along the way, enjoy the waves, very nice destination, and there's a lot of restaurants available there as well. So enjoy these 5-night land tour. And then on your right hand side, this is a Machu Picchu 6-night land tour. First of all, you're going to fly to Lima, and then we'll fly to Cusco and do some sightseeing tour, and then take the train, and then going to Machu Picchu. So be prepared because the altitude is a little bit high. It's about 2,800. So make sure you check with a doctor. And then after Machu Picchu, we'll back to Cusco and go back to Lima and starting your cruise. Like no matter what, whether your cruise is starting from San Diego or other destinations. Wow, cruise tour is my most favorite thing to tell you today. And after all these cruise tour, let me focus a little bit on Europe because in 2026, there are a few highlights available in Europe. First of all, is the solar eclipse. And we have several choices available. And just want to give you a heads up, the total solar eclipse is exactly on August the 12th in 2026. And here, one of the sailing, we will take you to Europe, and you will have great opportunity to see the solar eclipse. And the departure date is August the 8th, 2026 on Sun Princess 7-day Mediterranean, and from Barcelona to Rome. And you have great opportunity to see the UNESCO site. And if you think the 7-night is too short, I did more choices for the total solar eclipse cruise. Oh my God, there are 6 choices available. You can choose from 7-day, 14-day, and 21-day. And all of these sailing will be in the area to value the opportunity to see the total solar eclipse. And I just want to give you a heads up on the cruise ship. We'll have all the glasses available. Get ready for you, so you don't need to buy ahead of time. We have the glasses ready for you. Just take your glasses and enjoy this total solar eclipse with everybody on the ship. Definitely, that will be the once in a lifetime experience. You don't want to miss that. And another focus in 2026 is a Grand Mediterranean Odyssey. This is a great cruise. And why? Because we have 2 choices. The one choice is a 50-day sailing. It's a round trip Fort Lauderdale to see Mediterranean. So that means you don't need to fly all the way over to Europe. You just need to fly over to Fort Lauderdale and take the cruise and come back to Fort Lauderdale. And we do have a second choice. The second choice is 25 days. And for this particular sailing, if you're doing the 50 days, you will be seeing 13 countries, 26 destinations, and 29 UNESCO sites. And the departure date is October the 6th. And I strongly believe, look at the map, is a lot easier. So just like what I said, your journey will be starting from Fort Lauderdale, round trip. It's a 50-day journey. So you're starting from Fort Lauderdale, cross the Atlantic Ocean, and going to the Mediterranean. And you're going to visit all these places and then come back to Fort Lauderdale. So I highly recommend you to do 50 days because you'll be able to see so much just on one single trip. And if you're interested in booking the 2026 Grand Mediterranean leaving on October 6th in 2026, here, one of the benefits here. So take action now. You're getting up to 1,000 onboard credit per stay room when booked by October 31st, 2025. I know there's still time, but the space is not waiting for you. So please take action as soon as possible. We're still focusing in Europe, but this time let's do a little bit more deep dive in Northern Europe. I have 3 sailings available for you. For Northern Europe, this is one of the most popular sailing on the Princess. We're doing a lot of British Isles. This is a 12-day sailing, and some of the sailings may be longer because that include Dublin. So you can just look at the map on your left-hand side. We do a great circle. So you will be seeing so many destinations in British Isles. But I do have a next choice right here. Next choice is a 14-day Iceland and Norway, and departing in June 2026. And this is a combination of Iceland and Norway. But just in case you have other thoughts, I do have other options for you. For Iceland, you can combine with British Isles. Okay, and the third option here, you can combine Norway with Northern Europe as well. So Please contact Vacation for Canadian for all kinds of combinations that you can take advantage of, because there's so much opportunities to see Northern Europe on the Princess Cruises. And the next one is my most favorite one in Northern Europe, because one trip will take you to see 8 countries in Northern Europe. So for this particular one, it's leaving from May to August in 2026. You will be starting from Copenhagen, round trip, doing Norway, Sweden, Finland, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, and also Poland. This is what I did 2 years ago by backpacking. But you're going to enjoy a better trip because you're on a cruise ship, enjoy some great food on the ship, and of course, just a 12-day sailing, you're going to enjoy 8 different countries. If you still remember what I said earlier, so we do have a cruise tour available. You can do this cruise, plus the Central Europe portion. You're going to see more. Another great option for these cruises is, for this particular one, this is round trip Copenhagen. We do have another option. You can do round trip London. If you find the air tickets is easier to fly into. 2027 Europe is not too early to book 2027 sailings. If you book it right now, from now until June 16, you will be able to get up to 400 instant savings plus 40% off for the cruises fares. And if you are our past guests, your Captain Circle members, you're getting another $400 saving bonus per stateroom. So don't even think it's too early. And just a little worry, if you book late, the space is gone. Okay, so we have been spending a lot of time on Europe. Let's talk about the rest of the world. What's the best way to travel the world? Of course, it's the World Cruise. I have one here in 2027. World Cruise. We'll be focusing in the Pacific Ocean. What happened nowadays in the world is not quite good for us to go to Europe and go through the Suez Canal. So let's focus on Pacific Ocean. And we'll be having Coral Princess to bring us to see the world. We'll be doing, seeing 20 countries. We'll be going to 61 destinations, and that's up to 4 months. Always the best way to see the destinations is by the map. So for this particular Circle Pacific World Cruise in 2027 will be, you can do round trip Los Angeles, is very close to us. And also another option is Los Angeles to Vancouver, is absolutely so close to us. We'll be focusing on Alaska and then Japan, Southeast Asia, and then Australia, New Zealand, and then South Pacific, Hawaii, and then back to North America. If the January may not be something you want, I do have another option for similar itinerary, and this another great Grand Circle Pacific World Cruise in 2027, but it's departing in June. So right now you have seen we have the options departing in January, and we have the second option here, similar itinerary, but departing in June. Very similar itinerary, but we are going to Panama Canal, that you can see on your right-hand side. I know some of you, like you don't want to wait for 2027. We still have some spaces in 2026. But if you are interested in the 2027 World Cruise Grand Circle Pacific, here are the benefits. You need to book by October 31st. The benefits are you're getting up to 3,000 on-board credit per stateroom, free airfare, and Princess Premier, you're getting unlimited drinks, unlimited specialty dining, unlimited casual dining, Wi-Fi, gratuities, and more. And of course, if you are our past guest, you're getting up to 3,000 in savings per stateroom for past guests. The higher the category, the cabin you're buying, the more benefit you are getting. And once again, I told you, you don't want to wait until 2027. I still have some space in 2026 for the Circle Pacific, also on Coral Princess. Itinerary is a little bit similar, but will be a little bit less in Australia. But you can see still Alaska, Japan, Asia, Australia, New Zealand, some South Pacific, and the Panama Canal. So the opportunities are just waiting for you. Don't want to skip the opportunity. So far, these world cruises not going to an exotic destination I really want to go. That is Antarctica. Let's talk about Antarctica. I have one here. This is a 17-day Antarctica in South America. We're doing Ranchos Buenos Aires. And the sailing is available for two South American season in 2025, 2026, and also 2027. For this particular sailing, you will be starting from Buenos Aires, and then we'll stay 2 days at the port. So that means Buenos Aires is a big city, a lot of things to see. You don't want to book another hotel, no problem, because we stay 2 full days at the port. You can stay on the ship, you can come back for dinner, but you can enjoy some of the great things in the city and come back. We'll be starting our cruise, going to use Shira, Ponta Arenas, and scenic cruising at the Cape Horn. And let's go across the Trap Passage that's very windy. That's very high waves, but don't worry, we have a big ship to come with us, and that's Supplier of Majestic Princess. And then we have 4 days scenic cruising in the Antarctic Peninsula. You can enjoy the great scenery of the icebergs and the mountains with the snow. And then on the way back, we're going to Falkland Islands. Here is where you can see a lot of penguins because there's so many tours available, and every tour is going to see different penguins. I think you better come back the second time on the same cruise. Okay, this is a great sailing if you don't want to miss, especially we have some Christmas and New Year sailings available. I just talk about penguins in Falkland Islands. There's so many different penguins you can see, and this is another option. This is another different Antarctica cruise you can enjoy, and this is called 15-day Cape Horn and Glacier Patagonia. And I want to tell you, this particular cruise is new. And why? We do have similar sailing in this year's for the 2025-2026, but in 2026 and 2027 season, we have this new sailing because particularly this sailing will be going to Vigo Channel, Fias, and Glacier Island. This is a new destination we just added in the season in 2026 and 2027. And for this particular destination, you're going to enjoy beautiful and great glacier, just like the one in Alaska. But this one is even bigger. So you will enjoy all these destinations along, and then the glacier as well. And on top, we have a Cape Horn scenic cruising also. So this is a great sailing because you can see, look at the departure days, only 2 available in 2026, the end of 2026. If you want to book it, please take action right now. And of course, I do have some great benefits to attract you to book right now for 2026 and 2027 South America and Antarctica sailings. Book early, and if you book by June 14, that's the Saturday, and these are the benefits you're going to enjoy. Up to 1,200 baht credit per stateroom. I know you want to see the penguins, you need to join excursion. You have an excursion credit, $400 on top per stateroom. If you are a past guest, you're getting additional 400 on board credit. So look at these, all great benefits. So that's the great thing to book early. And of course, you can keep the space, and also you can find your most desirable stateroom location as well. Wow, it's time to talk about Asia. Asia, we used to have only one ship, but we are adding more ships. So you can imagine Asia is getting more popular. And we're going to, for all these sailings, we're going to 10 Asian countries, 37 destinations, and 20 UNESCO sites. Let's start from Japan. We have been in Japan for quite long. Diamond Princess. Diamond Princess was made in Japan. We tailor-made some of the amenities and facilities on the ship in order to attract the local Japanese market, as of course other market as well. And specifically, we have an onsen, Japanese onsen, that's a Japanese hot springs available on the ship. So you enjoy the Japanese culture, even though without leaving the ship. And on the screen. We're telling you 2024, we are the best cruise line in Alaska. We have great sailings in Japan. We have Circle Japan, we have Northern Japan, and we have July and August. We have some sailings celebrating festival. And of course, this is the one I want to highlight today. This is the 11 Japan Explore Spring Flowers to see the cherry blossoms in March and April in 2026. And this sailing particularly focusing in the southern part of Japan and a stop in Busan in South Korea. And we will offer a nightlife option in a Shimizu for the Mount Fuji. So that means you can stay longer. You can enjoy the Mount Fuji longer as well. If you think 11 days is too short, okay, we do have another Circle Japan sailing combined with this one that is 22 days long. That we have a great opportunity to see the whole of Japan. And let's go to Asia. This is some totally new sailing just come up 2 weeks ago. This is a 2027 sailing. Once again, it's not too early to book 2027. This is an open draw sailing. Open draw sailing, that means you get on at the one city and get off in another city. So this is a 14-day sailing. From Singapore, you're going to have 2 stops in Vietnam. Ha Long Bay, you're going to stay 2 days. 1 day in Ha Long Bay, you can do an excursion and go to Hanoi to see the capital city. And then another day, we'll have a scenic cruising just specifically in Ha Long Bay. If you're joining a land tour going to Vietnam, and if you want to see Ha Long Bay and you're in Hanoi, you need to join a tour. You need to do a 2 hours transfer to go to see a 1-day cruise or maybe a 2-day, 1-night cruise on a small boat. But on Princess, we have the scenic cruising included in Ha Long Bay. So you're going to enjoy the beautiful Ha Long Bay in your own cabin. And we have a stop in Hong Kong. That will be a late night. You can stay longer to see more Hong Kong because Hong Kong has so many things to see, even the city is so small. And Taipei and Miyakojima, Nagasaki, and also Tokyo, 3 destinations in Japan. And this is the Ha Long Bay. This is a very beautiful destination. And if you want to enjoy some water activities such as kayaking, we also have that available under our excursions. You can join those and imagine yourself just going to do kayaking, going to some of the caves and going to some of the islands. That would be a very, very interesting experience. Another 14-day sailing, because if you go all the way going to Asia, you don't want to do a 7-night sailing because there's so much to see and the flight is so long. This 14-day sailing, I love it because one sailing covers 4 countries. First of all, you're going to Malaysia, 3 stops, and Thailand, 3 stops, and 1 stop in Cambodia. This is a Sihanoukville. The city is called the Sihanoukville, and this is a beach destination in Cambodia. And then we have a stop in Ho Chi Minh City. You can do a lot of shopping there. And this is a round trip sailing. I have more days available in 2026 and 2027. And overnight in Bangkok for this particular sailing, 2 days. Hopefully that's enough for you to do a lot of shopping in Bangkok. Wow, if you think 14 days is not enough, here is a 42-day sailing in Southeast Asia. So this is a round trip Singapore. You're going to see all these places. And I know the map is small, so I have another bigger map to show you. This is a 42-day sailing departing in December 26th. Fly over to Singapore early to celebrate Christmas and enjoy this sailing to go to all these destination on one single trip. I know this is not a world cruise, but sometimes world cruise is too long. This is a great link if you want to see a lot of destination in one single trip. Wow, there's more sailings available, but I'm not going to talk about all of them. But I want you to focus on the one on the right-hand side. I told you I love doing all these Asian countries, but the flight is too long. Personally, I come from Hong Kong. It's 14 hours flight. It's so long. But for the one on your right-hand side, you can save some hours on a long flight because this sailing is starting from Los Angeles, only 2 hours away from us. And then you can take the sailing on Majestic Princess and then going to Hawaii and go to Asia, Japan, Hong Kong, Vietnam, and then to Singapore. That save you a lot of hours just on flying. This is a wonderful trip to see Asia without a long flight, and the sailing is leaving in November 22nd, 2026. Wow, there's so many sailings to talk about. And now let's talk about some of the benefits if you book early for Asia 2026 and 2027. And here are the benefits if you book by June 13. I know there's a lot of information. So, but please, if you miss some of the information, please check with Vacation for Canadians. And for Asia 2026 and 2027, if you want to go early, you're getting $400 on board credit per stateroom. Okay, I have a few more sailing to talk about. They are very popular. They are very, very nice sailing, but I don't want to put them together. And here is one of the sailing, New Zealand. Many people want to go to New Zealand, just want on a cruise ship. And the most popular one is round trip Sydney because it's easy. People can do sightseeing, just like a cruise tour I talked about at the beginning of the presentation. Do some cruise tour and then to see Sydney by yourself, whatever, and then do a cruise in New Zealand. These cruises will take you to see so many destinations in New Zealand. And the good thing is round trip Sydney, but we do have other choices. You can do round trip Brisbane and also round trip Melbourne, but the most popular and the most expensive is always Sydney. So if you want Sydney as your main destination, the departing point to go to New Zealand, please book early. And it seems like I always ask people to book earlier. And it is a 16-day Hawaiian island for Western Canadian. This is the most popular sailing. I know a lot of people in Alberta, in BC, they just want this sailing because they want to go to Hawaii without a lot of flying. And round trip Vancouver, the map is showing you the round trip San Francisco, but in the wording is round trip Vancouver. I did one sailing available in 2025, that's October 5th. And because many of you living in Ontario, so if you still need to all the way fly to the west, I highly recommend you to do round trip San Francisco, round trip Los Angeles instead, because the prices are much cheaper, because round trip Vancouver is always only one sailing and it's so popular, the price is more expensive than the other two options. Caribbean. I know people in Ontario, they love going to Caribbean because it's so close. As it's only a 3 hours flight to Fort Lauderdale or Miami. It's a great destination to go because it's hot. But I want to highlight this sailing. It's not a 7-day. It's not a 14-day. It's something in between. This one is going to Panama Canal with Costa Rica and Caribbean. Please allow me to change the title a little bit. I would say this is a very lovely Caribbean sailing with a stop in Panama Canal and Costa Rica, because you don't want to do a very long, a 2 week, 16 or 17 days long Panama Canal, and it's long flight if the ship's going to Los Angeles and then you need to fly back over. You don't want to do that, but you still want to see Panama Canal. So this is a great sailing because you still want hot destination, you still want the beach, but these one have a bonus stop in Panama Canal. So that's why this is my number one most favorite sailing in the Caribbean. And another stop here for this particular sailing is going to Colombia, Cartagena. I've been there. Great destinations, a lot of seafood, people are very nice, great opportunities for photography. If you like photographs or you want to do a lot of videos, Cartagena is absolutely the best destination. Wow, another great option for Caribbean. This is the round trip San Juan to Caribbean. So you have a lot of options to go to Caribbean. Round trip Fort Lauderdale, round trip Galveston, round trip Miami with other cruise line. But for us, for Princess, we go back to San Juan to do round trip in Caribbean. If you book between now until June 11 for these Caribbean cruises, round trip San Juan, we're over at $200 air credit. If you book balcony stateroom and above, this is great opportunities to enjoy San Juan and also the Caribbean. And why go to Caribbean round trip San Juan? Because San Juan is much lower, is much southern in the southern part of Caribbean. If you want to see these islands, oh my God, this island is it's located, it's very, very southern part of Caribbean. You may not have an opportunity to see them. You have been Caribbean East, or maybe West to a larger Mexico destination. But how about these destinations? If you want to see them and you want to go to Caribbean, San Juan, round trip Caribbean is a great ships, great sailing to take you to see all these destinations. And for all these 7 night sailing, we'll go to 5 ports. And because they're so close with each other, so that means you're staying at these ports longer than other Caribbean sailing. It's only 2 sea days. You enjoy this port at much, much longer hours. Okay, wow. I just talked about so many destinations and sailings. Let's talk about new ships. And last year we have Sun Princess. And this year in October, we have Star Princess. And these new princess ships are the biggest on the Princess fleet. We carry more than 4,000 passengers. We have 21 decks, and we have more than 30 restaurants and bar. I guarantee you get fat when you come back. And this is the dome. This is my most favorite place on Sun Princess. You can see there's a swimming pool. You can swim from the inside to the outside, and you can enjoy suntan without the sun because it's covered. And this is a great destination for entertainment throughout the day. You even enjoy yoga classes here in the morning. All the princess ships have a piazza at the center of the ship, and this one on Sun Princess is the biggest, widest, and the most sunniest because you can see all these glasses. You can see the sun at the center of the ship. And I'm going to show you a video to give you some idea about the stateroom and also about the ships. There's a Sun Princess. And what's new to Sun Princess and also Star Princess? We have a Sanctuary Collection. Luxury at sea goes next level. Sanctuary Collection is a new premium stateroom category, just like a ship within a ship concept, just like an executive floor at a hotel. So, and Sanctuary Collection is only available on Sun and Star Princess. We offer exclusive amenities such as Princess Premier, exclusive access to the Sanctuary Club, and we try to cater some luxurious travel. I understand there's a lot of luxury brands out there in the market. The ships are smaller, but I understand. I know there's a lot of clients. They want a luxurious experience, but they want a bigger ship because a lot more entertainment, a lot more activities, a lot more spaces, and also a casino. And that's available on Sun and Star Princess. And let's watch the video. Sanctuary Collections, we have 3 different types of cabins available. So it's not just suites. We have Sanctuary Suite, Mini Suite, and also the Sanctuary Deluxe balconies available. So if you're going to Caribbean, that's Sun Princess, Star Princess, where we're going, and also Europe, Mediterranean, or Star Princess Alaska in 2026. So make sure you book yourself at the Sanctuary Collection. And once again, Sanctuary Collection is only available on Sun Princess and Star Princess. Okay, Princess Medallion class. So we don't have hotel cards. We don't have plastic cards available. We have the medallion. So use the medallion with your Princess app together. Will give you magic. You're just like magicians, and you can board your ship faster. You can order your food and drinks anywhere on the ship. You enjoy the best Wi-Fi. You can look at activities and arrangement. You can book your dining. You can tax your shipmates, and you can fly your shipmates as well. And I do have a true story to share with you.
Why would you want a way to locate your friends and family on our ships?
Hi, Hannah. Look what time it is. It's time for me to be right here with you.
That's why. Keep track of your crew anywhere on the ship. The Princess Medallion Class Experience. Only on Princess. Exclusively for everyone.
This is my most favorite video on the Princess.
I thought it was supposed to be a love ship.
That's a good idea. That's a good point, Teena. And now let's talk about the Princess Bundle, because I strongly believe this is the best bundle in the cruise market. And we have two different levels of bundles. And first one is a Princess Plus. Princess Plus, 60 USD per person per day. You're getting everything on your left-hand side, the plus beverage package, Wi-Fi, one single device, gratuities every single day included. You get 2 casual dining, 2 premium dessert every single day. The premium dessert, to be honest with you, I look at that, is too big. You better find someone to share with you. Juice bar, ocean now delivery, room service delivery. Otherwise, you need to pay $5 per delivery. Fitness classes, 2 of them. And this is only $60 per person per day. You're getting all these. But of course, there's always something better available here. I read your mind. This is something probably you prefer. This is a Princess Premier, $90 per person per day. And this is all-inclusive experience. You get unlimited beverage, Wi-Fi, gratuities, 4 devices, unlimited casual dining, unlimited premium dessert. But be careful, because that will make you so fat when you come back. Unlimited juice bar, unlimited fitness classes. So that's why we have that available, so you can lose some calories before you go home. Unlimited room service delivered, unlimited special dining. I just want to give you a heads up. Special dining right now is $55 per person, and on Sun Princess and Star Princess, that's $60 per person. But under Princess Premier is including special dining and photo package, unlimited digital prints. You can download to your phone, and 3 prints to take home. The 3 prints will cost you 60 USD. And Princess Prizes, we put your name under the Princess Prizes. You could get a chance to win a free cruise, and you get a reserved seating at the theater. Enjoy the show every single night. Better be there 15 minutes before the start of the show. And then you get your seat. And here is the Princess Premier. And this is so competitive. This is the best in the whole industry. And now you know all the cruises. Oh, not all. Sorry, I didn't have a chance to go through it all. You know some of the cruises, some of the highlights. You know Princess Plus and Princess Premium. Now you're ready to go. I just want to remind you, we do have a special available on the coming weekend. If you book between June 6 to 9, you'll be getting some instant savings, up to $700 and up to 40% off. So you'll be able to find the sailings on Friday's morning. But if you want to get a heads up, like whether the sailing you're interested is on the list, you can check with Vacation with Canadians. And of course, because we have a special presentation today, if you book from tomorrow and until June 16, all your bookings, all your reservation will have a coupon book. You'll be getting up to $900 on onboard savings. That includes some special on wine, some special on excursions, some discount on shopping or spa. So you'll get a coupon book with tons of savings you're going to enjoy on the ship. And here is the exclusive vacation for Canadians today. Thanks for being here today for the first 20 bookings. So you better book as soon as possible. And all the bookings, you'll be getting all the first 20 bookings, you will be getting $50 on board credit per cabin. And if you book from today until June 16, any voyages, any sailing, if it's just a 4-day sailing, is all right. So, because we do have some great coastal cruises available in the western side, or just whatever, you can just book it as soon as possible and take advantage of this onboard credit. And thank you so much for everyone being here today and listen to my presentation. I hope the information helped to plan for your upcoming Princess journey. And thank you so much. And let's go back to the team for the Vacations for Canadians.
Thank you so much, Mavis. That was great. Yeah, I personally did the British Isles on the Pacific Princess, the old Pacific, which is no longer in your fleet, but still we had a fantastic cruise. That you guys are well known for that British Isles cruise for sure.
Thank you.
And the exciting thing is we just had our 2027 open up today, so we did grab some British Isles space.
Thank you.
We got Mediterranean, we got Northern Capitals, Norway. I think there was a Northern Lights one in there. So there was some really great summer Europe 2027. I think you guys are ahead of everyone else this year as far as getting your itineraries out, which is fantastic.
Thank you so much.
You can get on selling that ASAP and get those cruises booked, because honestly, looking at cabins, everything's available. So you get to pick those, exactly where you want to be on the ship. Maybe there's some ones that have extended balconies or even those cabana suites on the Star and the Sun, and like you said about the Sanctuary. So I've actually booked my Star Princess, and I am booked in a cabana, and so I will be sharing that with everybody when that sailing comes up, which will be this fall. I'm really excited about it. I've not been on one of the new ships yet. I know Rick has, but I haven't. And so I'm really excited to try the ship and to try that cabana suite. It looks really amazing. So
I have been to the cabana suite. It's really, really nice. It's great for the group traveling together, the whole family together. You can block up the space and you can have a party there.
It's interesting. Some of those cabana suites that they go right into the cabana deck, which is really kind of interesting. So I'm really interested to check that out.
And that's available on Deck 9. Yeah, that's only available on Deck 9. So if you find other cabana, a suite, something like that, if it's not on Deck 9, so that means they only have a balcony. So it has to be on a Deck 9 in order to have that deck that's shared with everybody.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I love that you guys are doing those grand sailings. For people who don't want to fly, these grands, or even people that do, because there's some grands that start elsewhere, but I love these sailings that start here and end here, and if you calculate how much it is to get a flight these days, sometimes those grand sailings are well worth it, and you get a month or two on a cruise ship, which who's going to complain about that?
I love that too, because it's too long to fly to Asia. Now, if I want to go Asia, I want to stop in between, take a night at a hotel somewhere, and then continue.
Yeah, we did Southeast Asia last year. It was a 24-hour flight to get over there. So if I can, take a week or two to go on a cruise ship and get wine and dine the whole time, I'd rather do that. Okay, so we do have some questions, Mavis. So I've been watching the chat here, and Linda's been tagging them for me. So we are going to get right into it, because we're actually already at 7:58. But there's some great questions in here. So first, we're going to I cannot put them on screen. Linda, I don't know why I don't have ability to do that. There we go. Okay. So Eleanor says, with the British Isle land/cruise, so that's the land one, is everything included to get to London?
So I would say, for example, the flight will take you back to London, and also accommodation, the coach, the transfer, and select meals, and the hotel will be included. Because on our system, will be if you have an opportunity to go through on a consumer site and also the travel agent site, that you will be able to see all the details, what is included and what is not included.
Yeah, and it breaks it right down for us. So if you reach out to us, Eleanor, we can tell you exactly what is included and what isn't.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Next question is coming from Joyce. And I think she's asking about the land, because I think we were still talking about that at that point, but I'm not positive. But maybe you can answer that question. Is there any tours with the Caribbean?
This is a very good question. So far, right now, we don't have any cruise tour available on the Caribbean.
Okay. And Joyce, if we've answered that wrong, please pop another question into the chat and we're happy to answer that. All right, Debbie, will there be any additional savings for June 2026 sailings or just OBC? So is that because of Supplier of the Month, Debbie, or is that just, are you asking Mavis if there's a sale? Because I think there's a sale coming up in a couple of days that looks pretty intriguing.
Yeah, so if the sailing in your mind, in Debbie's mind, is under the list, she can try to book like with over the weekend, because we have the instant savings, and also because they're booking within the 2 weeks period with the specific exclusive on board credit and the vacation for Canadian. So that means Debbie is getting both. It's getting the instant savings plus the on board credit.
Right. Plus the coupon book if they book within those days.
Yes,
right?
you are right.
Okay, we have a question coming from Sharon, and we get to ask this question quite a bit. Do you have any Caribbean sailings with no USA ports?
Okay, the best I can think of is someone. So
I think that's still US. I think
US.
Yeah. So I did have a client that I spoke to today, and one of the things that he was looking for was a sailing from. So he was not willing to go out of the US, but come back to the US, because you can jump on the plane right away. You know, book your Canadian carrier like Air Canada or WestJet to get home. And then you're really not putting any footprint into the US as far as leaving any money there. If that's your concern, Sharon, I mean, we're happy to work with you on whatever you're comfortable with. But if you did the transatlantic across that, you know, ended up in Florida or New York or Boston, then you would just get on a plane and head home from there. So that might be an option. I'm not sure. All right, next question from Anita. Can the dome on the Sun and the Star be used for everyone, or is there an extra charge?
So there's no charge, and also that can be used by everyone. But if you're joining, for example, the morning yoga class, you need to pay for the yoga class. But for other time, you just want to walk around. If there's nobody, or if there's a show there, you can go there, no charge.
Awesome. Okay. And Eleanor, have they started shipping the medallion to Canada?
Yes, we have been shipping the medallion to Canada for a long time. So if you purchase the Princess Plus together, if you purchase the Princess Plus, and then we'll mail it to Canada without any charge.
Yeah. So I have Plus booked on my cruise that's coming up, and after your presentation, I think I'm going to go switch it to Premier.
Yes, I know. Because it's specialty dining. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Lisa is asking, are there taxes on the per day price of the Princess packages? So the 60 or the 90? Are there taxes on that or gratuities on that?
So the Princess Plus and also the Princess Premier include all the taxes and gratuity already. For example, Princess Premier, I'm selling Teena for the Princess Premier because the specialty dining already included. The 18% gratuities for the specialty dining included under the package already.
All right, awesome.
Or, however, if you don't have Princess Plus or Princess Premier and you go for the specialty dining, you pay it yourself. Then you need to pay $55 for the specialty dining. On top, you need to pay 18% of the gratuity.
Right, and I think drinks are the same, right?
The same thing.
You're getting such a great deal by adding on the Plus or the Premier ahead of time. Absolutely. All right, okay. Are there any last minute questions? Okay, I don't think there are. Do any of our agents want to say anything?
Well, I was on the Sun last year, and I'm booked on the Star next February in the Caribbean, and we're really looking forward to that as well. Both great ships.
Wow, you travel more than myself.
I think that's a good testament because we got a lot of choices for Rick to book. It's identical, almost identical ship, and he's booking it the next year, so he must have loved it.
Yeah, but thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah,
okay, well, thanks everybody. I don't see any more questions popping in. So thank you guys for joining us on this balmy June. Wow, when did that happen? Night. And contact us, contact one of your advisors at Vacations for Canadians, and we're happy to answer all your princess questions and get you those great deals this month. So have a good night, everybody.
Thanks,
Cheers.
everyone. Good night. Bye.